Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So, as you've probably seen from like the preview and stuff, this is probably not going to be the most popular topic, but I think that it needs to be addressed. I'm going to try my best to make the video not super long, but also actually include the verses verbally into the video instead of just putting the verse references into the description box. And that might make the video long, which means it might be like tomorrow before it's actually loaded because I have slow internet. Okay, so first I really want to stress that my dad is a Vietnam vet. He was injured from exposure to Agent Orange, and that passed down genetically to me and my children. We have many chronic illnesses because of it, as does another one of my siblings, and it is legitimately because of the Agent Orange exposure. I have the utmost respect for the service that every one of our military men and women have done for us. I have much honor and respect for them. This is not about patriotism. This is not about not respecting and honoring our men and women who have served. Not at all. And I know that the first thing people go to when they hear my view on this is that I disrespect the military, and I don't. This is not about military respect or honor at all. That being said, and I'm gonna try to edit in some photos through this video, and I haven't actually tried to do that before, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but I'm going to try. So hopefully the video that you guys watch will have some stuff in it besides just me talking. Okay, so the Bible tells us that once we are saved, so I am speaking to a crowd that is saved. I am not speaking to those who don't believe the Bible. I'm not speaking to those who are not saved already. I am speaking to those of you who carry the responsibility of being a saved Christian, okay? Because we have a different responsibility, and we have a different everything than somebody who isn't. So the Bible tells us that we are not citizens of earth. We are citizens of heaven. We owe our allegiance to God and no one else. We are told in the Bible, I did not write this one down. This is not good. We are told that we are not to esteem one man or woman over another. That's God's place. That, we're to hold him above. So the Bible tells us a lot about idols, and I do have most of that written down. I try to come here organized. But people think of idols as just like, oh, they built a golden calf and then they bowed and worshipped and gave it, sacrifices. People don't realize that an idol can be your cell phone. It can be your TV. And people are like, no, because your soul gets irritated when you hear that. Touches too close to home. Idols can be things that you give more attention and time to than God. Anything that you will not give up when you know that you should, because it's not right biblically. It seems like every time I try to make a video, my allergies are driving me nuts. Okay, so the Bible tells us in Luke 12:34, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. In Colossians 3:2 it says, set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on the earth. And then 1 John 5:19 says, we know that we are from God and that the whole world lies in the power of the evil one, Satan. This world is not our home. We are to be in it because we have to be, but we are not supposed to be of it. The things that everybody else is doing, the masses, if you see the masses doing or following anything, I promise you that is not where you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to be doing. We are supposed to be set apart, okay? So you may be thinking, what does this have to do with what the title says? What does this have to do with anything that this video says it's about? So I'm going to give you a couple more verses and then I'll get to the point. John 18:32, Jesus answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have been fighting that I might not be delivered over to the Jews, but my kingdom is not from the world. Philippians 3:20, but our citizenship is in heaven, and we eagerly await a Savior from there, the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, so back to this idol thing. What does the Bible talk about idols, okay? So we do know that anything can be an idol at this point, but we also know that the Bible gave us really set ideas of idols because of what was being done back then, okay? There was very specific things. So Exodus 23, you shall have no other gods before me. So anything that we make, if you're not going to give it up, you might be treating it like a god. Your partner, you can be treating like a god. Again, your phones, your lots of things. You know, you might have this car out in the driveway and, you know, you might be giving more time to it. You might be, no, I'm not going to get rid of it. But yet the sale of it could help you tithe. It could help you provide for your family, such and such. You can make anything be a god to you. You can make anything turn into an idol. I promise you. It's a soul issue, and it's hard to face that. I think we've all done it with something at some point. And trust me, God will humble us with it. So Exodus 24, you shall not make for yourself a carved image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Now, if you remember the carved images in the Bible, it was always like a calf, right? But he's telling us it goes further than that. That it's not just the golden calf that was done, you know, typically in the Bible. He's letting us know that there is more than that he considers as an idol. He's telling us right there. It goes a lot further. What's in the heavens? Stars, moons, birds, okay? And what's underneath? We've got all of our sea creatures, all kinds of stuff, all right? So there's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of different things on the earth as well. We've got our humans and all kinds of animals. We're not supposed to be making statues of humans. All these monuments we have erected. Number one, he told us not to esteem another human above another. So we're not supposed to be doing that either. And he told us not to be making carved images of anything on the earth, beneath it, or up above it. So we're breaking some rules here. So Psalm 135, 15 through 17, and it's repeated in Psalm 115, 4 through 7. So he's repeating himself. The idols of the nations are silver and gold, the work of human hands. They have mouths, but do not speak. They have eyes, but do not see. They have ears, but do not hear. Nor is there any breath in their mouths. So he tells us this twice. And it's not just specific to this calf that they were making and this specific thing that they did. He's letting us know that there's more, okay? Romans 1, 21 through 23. For although they know God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creeping things. So this is where I'm hoping some of my photos that I'm going to try to edit into here will come into play. We take our flag, and it's got a gold eagle carved in at the top of it. Most flags have one sitting on top. And we're saying that we're pledging allegiance to this flag, an item, a man-made item. And we're going to put our hands over our hearts, and we're going to look up in awe at this. I pledge allegiance to this item and the country for which it stands for. But yet he tells us that the world is ruled by the evil one, which means every nation, including this great America that we live in. So we're going to stand there with a carved image that he's repeatedly told us not to do, made in gold, which he's repeatedly said not to do. And we're going to pledge allegiance to a country where he tells us our citizenship is in heaven. And we're going to get this all look, Google images of people pledging allegiance. They all are, and they're pledging allegiance to this man-made item, this country that's ruled by Satan. God himself is letting us know this. And we don't see something wrong with that. And tell someone they shouldn't do this. Tell someone and see how defensive angry. They will unfriend you on Facebook. They'll snub you in the store. They will be unloving to you, claiming to be a Christian. And they will be unloving and unforgiving, which is exactly what the entire Bible is all about, being loving and forgiving. So tell me that this is not a heart issue. Tell me this is not a sin and that this is not an idol. So how does that work? You should honor those who have served. Absolutely. And you should be respectful. They did something great. They did. But is pledging an allegiance to anything but God okay? Is sitting there with your heart covered, looking at a man-made object okay? No, it's not. That is an idol. I beg you guys to search your hearts, especially if you're having your kids do this and teaching them that this is okay. It was actually when I started homeschooling my children and then I had my little kids looking up like that one day it just struck my heart that it looked like they were looking at an idol. And it struck my heart. And I started praying and I started digging into the scriptures and God showed me that. It was not just me getting some fancy idea. It was when I was in the deepest prayer sessions of my life during that time. And that's when he showed me that this is not okay. There's nothing okay about that. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to try to edit in some photos for you guys. And I really hope you guys stop and really think. Because this is a lot of things won't send you to hell for doing them. But, okay, look at it this way. When you love somebody and you respect them, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, you do not go, this is going to break their heart. This is going to make them sad. But I'm going to do it anyways because they won't leave me, they won't divorce me, they're not going to stop talking to me. But it's going to hurt them and it's going to offend them and they're really not going to like it. But for some reason, we say we love God, we respect God, but it's not going to throw me into hell. So I'm going to do it anyways, even if it's going to break his heart. Why do we do that?